on, Nikki. Come on. Coming home, I feel like I'm a type of person where I can hide things really well. I can press things down deep, press on, and I think I did that really well.
He came home and just carried on with that and didn't talk about it. So I really didn't know that he was struggling for a really long time.
Part 2 happens in 2020 for me. As we all know, COVID entered our lives.
Tonight, U.S. airports on high alert.
When that happened, words like lockdown, quarantine, threat, big, huge fires going on up the McKenzie River, very close to home, to where it was black. And so there's threat of fire, there's people evacuating, dumpster fires, broken glass, the streets, people being threatened. I went to the VA for help, and through counseling, they determined I had PTSD, most likely due to what happened in the desert stemming from that.
I think one of the greatest misconceptions that people have about service dogs, especially veterans with service dogs, because we're dealing with typically invisible wounds of war, is that these people just want their pets with them. This is a luxury, and it's not. It is a necessity to live life to the fullest and to overcome the symptoms of PTSD.
That's fine, huh?
So when you see a veteran with a service dog, the typical training would be, number one, they have to navigate the outside world.
We're gonna go ahead and line up and go through one at a time. And just handle your dogs, remember your muscle memory.
They have to be able to handle any environment, and they have to do it flawlessly. But number two, the dogs learn to task for the symptoms of PTSD, which would be waking people up, veterans up from nightmares, being a social barrier, social mobility, alerting on adrenaline, pressure therapy. That just names a few things that end up bringing incredible change for these lives of our American heroes.
Come on. I loved the idea of a companion, at least, but I was intrigued to know more how a service dog could help me.
Our dogs go to foster homes for 8 to 12 months, and when Nikki came back, he was so impressive and he was so beautiful, I actually considered keeping him as one of our stud dogs.
When I met Nikki for the first time, it was...
I would have to say love at first sight, but immediately Nikki
jumped up in my lap, was licking my face. It was a wonderful moment. And, you know, next to my wife, this is my new closest friend.
We trained these dogs prior to the veteran ever meeting them, and Nikki just did everything with flying colors. So when I first started seeing Scott's handling skills, I already knew that they were going to be a great team, and sometimes it doesn't always go like that.
Give it. Oh, you
So Scott went through 5 weeks of training with us, and right off the bat, he showed promise, and the team together, we just knew that that pairing was absolutely going to work.
He has a personality that I can depend on. He's confident, he's fearless. He's also very, very intelligent and highly skilled.
Scott and Nikki together, they found their way forward through the training, through the obstacles. As their relationship grew, Scott's skills grew.
Thankfully, you know, a year into it, what life is like now is he's a part of my life now.
I remember Scott talking about how Nikki held the combination to the lock that he had been in for decades, and he was actually allowing himself to feel for the first time.
Nikki is my wingman in life. know he's got my back even while he's leading me. I've come to realize that there are aspects in my life that are broken, wounded, or locked up. And Nikki has become the key to freedom and healing for me.
For Scott and Nikki, first of all, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of your courage and your perseverance. I could not ask for a better partner. You have used the gift to its highest level, and you're breaking barriers, and you'll continue to do so.
To a veteran who's considering a service dog, in order to gain healing and freedom, you have to take a step. And if you can't trust people, try trusting a dog.